everyone, welcome to another vlog. This week we have a pretty jam-packed week, I gotta be honest with you. Hi, what do you have? I think she has a rock. Kona, hey, what do you have? You have a rock. That's a very nice rock. You know how like when you buy toys for your dog and they like chew on the box of the toy that you just got them? That's how the girls are, but like with rocks and sticks. They love sticks and rocks equally. Anyway, I'm bringing you guys with me through the upcoming week. It is Monday right now. We have a bit of a crazy week because I'm actually, okay, so one of my friends is getting married on Saturday and I'm actually her wedding planner, which if you guys don't know, it's kind of a long story, but I'm in the process of starting a wedding planning business, yada yada anyway. So it's a friend's wedding, so I'm going to be attending as a guest, but I'm also planning that wedding. So there's going to be some prep this week along with work and like just typical stuff going on. But also we're getting into the fall. The leaves are changing. The weather's getting a little bit cooler. Tonight we're gonna go pick up some pumpkins for on the front porch in the back patio area here because why not? I have a bunch of work I'm gonna go sit down and just knock out right now until Jake gets home before we go look at the pumpkins, which I'm very, very excited about. And then I'll catch up with you guys when we're leaving to go grab those pumpkins, and I'll see what else we're gonna get up to tonight. Probably cleaning. There goes Kona. In front of my window, she's walked by the window. Hi, girls. Are you having fun outside? I'm thinking of getting a couple for each side of this step here. This is our back patio. I'm fully aware this needs cleaned. And then I'm thinking probably the same thing for our front porch area. So let's go see what we can find. My stacks figured out. I was gonna get some little stuff in between. We're finally head out. I spent far too much money. This is everything I got. I just set up all the pumpkins. I think it looks so cute. Here's the grand reveal. I am making one of my favorite meals ever for dinner tonight, which is spaghetti squash with ground beef. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way or not, but I always cut the spaghetti squash and then scoop out all the guts before I cook it. I'm making a mess. There are seeds all over the floor. I've got to be honest. This one's not quite ripe, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna see how it goes. It was like a rocket. I'm mostly animal based, which is basically just meat, fruit, dairy. That's about it. I'm kind of limited on what I can eat, but I prefer to eat this way because it makes me feel my best. I'm also gluten-free because I think I'm celiac. I've never been tested, but I'm very much allergic to gluten, so I'm assuming it's a celiac thing. I'm not sure. So it's really not difficult for me to eat, mostly just meat and fruit because I can't have a lot of gluten stuff anyway, which is, you know, the good stuff. And for me, honestly, eating this way, the hardest struggle isn't the lack of foods that, you know, like might be like in a normal diet that I'm missing out on. Like, it's not the feeling of, oh my goodness, like I'm missing out. It's more of the feeling of feeling like I'm eating the same meals over and over again because there's only so many meals you can make when you're eating like 10 foods. Thankfully, I don't get sick of things quick at all. And when I like a meal, I hyperfixate on it for years. So I think I'm pretty safe. And this is one of those meals. So once I get all the quote unquote guts out, I like to get a pan and some olive or avocado oil, whichever one I have on hand. Pretty sure this is avocado oil, but I'm actually not sure. So I'm just going to put these on my pan, and then I like to just drizzle with oil. I feel like it just helps it cook better, gives a little bit more flavor, I don't know. And then I flip mine over, and then I pop these in the oven at usually 400 for like 45 to 50 minutes usually. It kind of just depends. I'm going to pop these in the oven, set a timer, and then I'll touch base with you guys once these are done. All I do for the beef is just ground up a regular pack of plain ground beef. I don't add any seasonings or anything to it. And then I just top with Parmesan. That's all I do. It's very, very bland, but I love it. You could always add like a red sauce or something like that to make it more like spaghetti if you really wanted to, but I'm simple, you know, and I'm happy with simple. Popping these in the oven. I just pulled these out of the oven. They are perfect. Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I'm currently sitting on the step that goes out to our patio because the girls are out here running right now. And the sun is very, very bright. So if you see me squinting a lot, you know why. I'm sitting here. I have my cup of tea this morning. This is roasted dandelion root tea. It is officially October 1st, which means in my mind that it's officially fall. You want me to throw this to you? Out of all the toys in the house and all the sticks in the yard, Stella chooses this. Hey, that is not for you. No. This is for Sissy. Stella chose this as her toy of choice this morning. I have never walked you guys through my morning skincare routine, so I thought, why not show you guys in this video? We are going to start by clipping back our hair because we can't have any hair in our way while we're doing our skincare, because duh. I love it when there's a knot in my hair, my finger gets stuck in it, and I just like rip a chunk of hair out. It's the best. All right, step number 2. This is controversial, so do your own research, but I like to take an ice cube straight out of my freezer and just put it right in my face. I know a lot of people recommend putting it like between, or putting a washcloth or a towel between the ice cube and your face so it's not like directly going on your skin. I don't know, I've been doing this for a long time and it's always worked for me. I do kind of like let it melt for a little bit. If that really does anything or means anything, probably not, but that's what works for me. The other thing I do love to do, I just haven't done it in a very, very long time, is freezing a cucumber. It sounds bizarre, but every time you want to use it, you basically just cut a little slice off the end and then just rub it on your face and then, you know, put it back in the freezer. I do know that cucumber has benefits for your skin. I'm not exactly sure what, so don't take my word for it, but I have heard that there have been beneficial reasons to do it that way. I'm just going to demonstrate very quick because if I stand here and do it like this and not over the sink, I'm going to soak myself. So I basically just take it and just kind of rub it all over my skin. I like to try to focus underneath my eyes to like where my eye bags are because I think that really helps like wake me up. Next, I go right in with hyaluronic acid. This is from The Ordinary. It is best to apply this on damp skin, so I will do this directly after using the ice cube on my face while my skin is still a little wet, and I just kind of rub this in like so. I don't do this every single morning. However, while my skin is still damp, I will sometimes go in with my gua sha. If you've never heard of a gua sha, there are multiple different kinds, but this is the one that I like. This is a jade gua sha. There are metal ones, and like I think there's like a rose quartz one. There's different kinds and there's different shapes too. This is the one that I have. This is from the brand Daily Concepts. I think I got this at Ulta. If you're not interested in a gua sha routine, skip through this part, but if you are, I'm just going to show you very quickly how I do it. I like to first start by opening up my lymph nodes. If I have more time, I will do this to my chest to like right through here. If I don't, I just do like my neck up. So for today, I'm just going to do from here up. For the neck, I like to take my fingers in twos, right here in front of my ear and right here at the base, right behind my ear, and just do a couple very light circles. You don't have to press super hard for this. Like you're not thinking of like jamming your fingers into your face and neck. It's more just like a light massage. And I like to go right here at my nose and then right above your eyebrows right here. You can do this with an oil. In fact, I think it's easier to use an oil if you're just beginning with this. However, oils do break my skin out, so I have to be very, very careful what I use on my face. And since hyaluronic acid is a water-based serum, I like to just use that with water, and it's slick enough that I can still use my tool efficiently and effectively. But I do really love rose hip seed oil. If you're trying to do this for the first time, that does make it very, very easy to do. For the neck, I like to take this side of the gua sha. I like to start right here, right at the bottom of the ear, right at the edge of your neck here, and just do a couple strokes downwards. For those massages I was doing earlier, and for as many strokes as I'm doing here, they're all the same. I do about 10 each. This will make your skin a little bit red. Don't freak out, it will go away. And then just repeat on the other side. As soon as you feel the gua sha kind of start to catch on your skin, re-wet it. You want it to be able to glide across your skin. You don't want to be tugging on your skin. All right, moving on. I take this side of my gua sha, right here at my chin, and pull back. I kind of wiggle it here where my lymph nodes are, and then bring it right down my neck. Then I take this higher corner of the gua sha, right here, and run underneath my jawline and bring it down. Then I repeat on the other side. Moving on to the face, I like to start with the same little angled piece, and I like to start on my cheekbone. So I'll take it right here and just drag it up. Then taking this pointed angle again, right underneath the cheekbone, same spot, right underneath the eye. Then I take this flat side and right up the cheek and right back down the neck. I will repeat on the other side, and then I do my forehead last, which I like to start with the flat angle side of the gua sha, right at my eyebrows here, and just drag up. And then taking this little part of the gua sha, I place it right between my eyebrows like this and just rub it in, just circles. And then that is literally it. That's all I do for my gua sha. Heading back into skincare though, because we are not done with our skincare yet. I follow up with my niacinamide. This is by The Ordinary as well. And don't forget to bring your product down your neck. Now, it kind of depends on what I'm feeling my skin needs that day as to if I just do moisturizer right after that or if I want to add more of a hydrating serum. I really love the Pharmacy Honey Milk. What is this? A hydrating essence with chamomile and ceramide. It's like a milky serum. It really does help hydrate the skin. I've been playing with this. I've been really liking this. And before I moisturize, I really like to use some form of an eye serum because I have dark circles, which is fine. It's normal, but I like this serum stick by Tatcha. For moisturizer, I'm using the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I really love this stuff. And then honestly, I know it's really good to be using a sunscreen every single day. I love this one by Innisfree because it actually doesn't break me out and it doesn't leave a white cast. However, I've got to be honest, I'm not the best at using this every single day. Throughout the summer, I'm much better at it. But once we get into like the fall and winter, I know it doesn't change the fact that you can still get skin damage from the sun, but I'm just not as good as wearing it. I do also want to put a little disclaimer out there that you do not need a 12-step skincare routine. In fact, what I just showed you is like the max I will ever do. In fact, doing all of that isn't a normal day-to-day thing for me. It's so easy to see all these girls, probably including myself, doing a full multiple step skincare routine and to think that, you have to go do that. You have to go spend your money on that. But most of the stuff I showed you guys this morning was gifted. I didn't spend money on it, so because I have it, I might as well use it. And I will recommend all of those products if you're looking for certain things. I will recommend those products to you, but don't feel like because I'm using it or because you see somebody else using it that you have to go out and spend money on those things because it's just not necessary in the grand scheme of things. They're helpful, but they're not a need. I forgot to include what I do with my lips. I usually just use Aquaphor. I am currently setting up a wedding binder for the wedding this weekend, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to walk you guys through what I'm doing here and how I do it. So I basically just take a literal binder. This is all for my use, and I always print extra copies of all my files, so if any vendors need anything, everything is right here and I have it for everyone. So I usually like to start off with contact info, which for this I'm just gonna do vendor details first. Next tab, I'm doing the wedding timeline, which is the entire breakdown of the times of the wedding day. So from morning to night, I have a very detailed timeline, like even down to like the minute. As for the next tab, I'm sticking my vendor details in here. This is basically just all the contact info for the vendors and some details about what they're specifically doing, bringing, what food they're eating, all that kind of stuff. Next tab, I'm going to do ceremony details. So I have the ceremony lineup here, and I actually have the entire ceremony speech from the pastor printed out here as well. So I know exactly what is being said and when. This is probably a little bit much. I don't really necessarily need all of this, but it is nice to have it to be able to reference during the ceremony, if something were to come up, I kind of know like where we're going to be at in the ceremony, how much longer it's going to be, all those kinds of things. Wedding ceremony lineup is obviously like parents, grandparents, what lineup they're in, what order the girls and the guys are walking down the aisle, if they're walking down the aisle or going around the side of the aisle, like just plenty of different things there that I like to keep on paper. And this is very helpful to have, especially for the night of rehearsal. So we have that, and then at the very back here, I'm going to do like reception layout and things like that. So we have guest list is over there, and this is something that I actually can show you guys. This is the layout of the wedding. So we have dance floor, tables, we're doing rectangular and round tables, so banquets and rounds. So all that will go in here along with the seating chart of who's sitting at what table, just so I have that in writing here too, just in case I need it. So in case you guys were curious how I do the background stuff for the files for a wedding day, that's exactly what I do. I am in the process of starting a wedding planning business. It isn't officially launched yet. I'm hoping to have that here very soon because I'm struggling with picking out a name. That's the only thing holding me up. Once I actually pick the name, I can officially launch everything because everything else is ready to go. So this is probably the last wedding I'm doing before my business is officially launched, which sounds crazy to say and crazy to think, but it's a very exciting thing nonetheless. Here's the binder all complete. I like to add a notepad, like a little sticky pad with a highlighter, a pen, and just some little like paper clips and things just in case I need them. And then I have all the files in between all these tabs and extra details back here in this little folder. I just finished deep cleaning the entire house, and now I'm outside on another little stroll, which is going to come as a huge shock to you guys. I already know. It's so beautiful out tonight. I think I might actually bring my workout outside. Today is an upper body day, so I feel like that's actually gonna be doable. I just made myself dinner and I meal prepped for tomorrow and Friday. I had leftover spaghetti squash and burger for dinner tonight, but I also prepped, let me show you guys, beef, sweet potatoes, green beans, and zucchini for lunches. That is the prettiest sight I have ever seen. I wanted to take my workout outside tonight, but it's already getting dark. I didn't waste too much time making dinner. It just took me longer than what I planned on it taking. So I think I'm just gonna go outside, get some more steps in, and then go downstairs, work out, come up, shower, edit, go to bed. Hello you guys, happy Friday, welcome back to my bathroom. I am working on getting ready, clearly. Today is rehearsal day, which is super exciting. I have a little bit until I need to be out the door, but there are some things I want to get done around here before I leave, so I'm trying to keep things moving. I got some stuff done this morning, I did a full body lifting workout. I need to go eat something too, that's also on my to-do list after I get ready. So I think I'm feeling pretty good. Rehearsal starts at 5 o'clock tonight, and it's an hour away, so I need to be leaving here by about like 3:30. I want to get there early and figure some things out because I've actually never been to this venue before. I'm going to finish getting ready, and then I have an exciting package that came in the mail today that I want to show you guys because it is kind of fall related, and I'll try to get some content tonight and tomorrow throughout the wedding day. I'm not sure how much I'll actually be able to get. I also want to be respectful of, you know, people being in my video. I love to include people in my video if they want to be, but I never want to make anybody feel like they have to be and are uncomfortable. So I'll try to get some behind the scenes content as I can. I'm going to be filming a lot for TikTok, at least that's my plan right now. So if you want to see more in-depth videos, definitely go check out my TikTok. I'll have those posted before I post this video. I'll also probably have them on shorts on here. All right guys, transition to me actually being ready. Ta-da! I need to be leaving here in a couple minutes, but I need to show you guys the package that I got because I promised you I would. If I'm being honest, I rarely spend money on things. Like, it's very minimal spending that I ever do. I've been wanting these for a couple years now. There's a stinking fly in here. I can never get rid of them. There's always at least one in the house. Like, never usually more. It's just like one singular fly. Anyway, I have been wanting these since I was in like early high school. Like 8th, 9th grade. I remember these were a big trend back then and I wanted them then, and I could never justify the money. I still can't justify the money. So these came from Poshmark. I got them easily half, if not more than half off from what they retail, and these are brand new with like tags, all the original packaging, never worn. I don't know if you can see this, but there they are in all their glory. I'm only gonna take out one because I don't really know if I can hold up two at once and make it, you know, look like anyway, I'm just gonna show you guys one, but they are the prettiest dark purple rain boots. My only concern with any kind of like knee-high boots like this is that I have very short legs, and these usually hit like my knee. So we'll see how this goes. I did try them on. They do seem to fit my foot pretty good. I tried them on without socks, so I think with socks, they're gonna be a perfect fit because they're a little bit big without socks. I am very excited about these, to say the least. I don't have anything like this, so they're gonna be very nice to add to my collection or my wardrobe. Here's a better close-up because I'm not sure how well you can actually see them on that angle, but I love them so much. I love this color. All right, you guys, I'm headed to the rehearsal. I'm so excited.
Don't laugh tomorrow.
Get it all out. For better, for worse, for richer, for poor.
I just wrapped up rehearsal. I'm headed home. I got my cake stand. I have to get to my mother because she's actually baking the cake tomorrow. This is such a beautiful venue and it's such a beautiful night. It's a perfect weekend for a wedding. Good morning, you guys. It is wedding day. I never ended up packing my bag last night, so that needs to be done this morning. I have to go get ready really quick and then we are out the door. It is time to pack this bag. I have hairspray, mouthwash, glycolic acid, micellar water in here. This is all makeup sponge, a mirror, toothbrush, and toothpaste, just in case. Perfume, deodorant, going in this bag, styling cream, dry shampoo and hair oil in this bag, hairbrushes, my flat iron, charger. In here I have like Q-tips, Vaseline, cotton rounds, that kind of stuff. Also throwing in a pair of pants in case it's chilly this morning, as well as a washcloth and towel in case I need it later. So pretty. guys, happy Sunday. It's obviously pretty late in the morning. It's like 11 o'clock right now, but I'm not gonna complain. I woke up around 9 and then just like laid in bed for the past hour and a half, and then actually decided to get up and start picking up around the house a little bit, because when I got home from the wedding last night, the last thing I wanted to do was clean up the house. More stuff needs done, but I feel like I made a little bit of a dent. So that's good. I also wanted to fill you guys in on how the wedding went yesterday, because I obviously didn't get a chance to do that at all day. I actually don't think I really talked to you guys once besides the morning, so I figured this was a much needed catch up. Everything went very well. There really weren't any major hiccups or anything, which is great. Ultimately, the bride and groom were very, very happy, and that's the most important thing. That's what I strive for. So it worked out very, very well, I think. Wedding days are always very long, tiring days, but they are very, very rewarding. I keep saying very, very. I'm gonna stop saying that now. And it was nice to get another one under my belt before actually launching my business, which I think, don't hold me to this, but I think I actually have a name in mind. Quick little side tangent, but I was talking with the DJ at the wedding, and I was explaining my situation to him and about, you know, how I'm gonna be starting a planning business, but I don't know what to name the business. And he was like, you know, I've been doing this for like 17 years, you know, I was really struggling with the same thing when I first started, but he's like, you basically, the best advice I can give you is just, you have to go with your gut. He's like, whatever your gut is saying, you just need to go with your gut. And I have had a name in mind from the very beginning that I wasn't really sure if I wanted to use for a couple different reasons, but it's the name I keep going back to. And when he said that, I was kind of just like, yeah, you're probably right. That was kind of cool. I thought that was neat. I know I took a couple clips of throughout the wedding. I don't know how much I actually got, but it was beautiful. I also did film the morning of for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. So if you guys want to see more of a detailed behind the scenes of yesterday morning, I'll be posting that here directly. So once this video goes up, that will be live for a little bit. I wore one of my favorite dresses ever, but it's more of a structured dress, and it doesn't really give you a whole lot of like wiggle room in terms of, you can't really move your legs around too much. So it's like a waddle kind of situation happening. It gave me the hardest leg workout, because there are like hills and stuff all over the venue, and when you're running around up and down the hills for almost 12 hours straight and that kind of stuff, like in a restricted dress. And I wasn't doing that all day because I didn't change till later, but my legs are so sore this morning just because of the little movement that I had in my dress. Jake and I are heading out to go hit some antique stores. These have been here for the past like year, and I want them so bad. They're $90 and I don't want to spend that much on them. Onto the next antique store. Love these plates. These glasses have also been here for a while, and I love them so much. Somebody told me that I don't need this. It is so pretty. I feel like this is a need. Also, love these. So I kind of stopped vlogging yesterday. It is currently Monday evening. Oops. Long story short, I left without the table at the antique store. However, I went back today and I did pick it up because I couldn't stop thinking about it and it had to be mine. So I did bring it home. Here she is. She's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I need to clean the house, so ignore the couch situation. I also need to style this yet, but it is so, so pretty. So I'm finishing out this vlog today. But the plan is, I think I want to style this quick, or at least play around with it a little bit. If I do, I'll show you guys. If I don't, I'll show you guys in the next vlog. I'm ready for bed. It is quite a bit later. I just cleaned the house. It's like 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11:05. I'm just going to go ahead and just run through my skincare products with you guys now. I'm not actually doing it right now, but I just want to show you guys what I use. There is a fly in here, and it keeps... So I take my makeup off with the Pharmacy Green Clean. This is the cleansing balm, and I wash it with the Youth of the People Kale and Green Tea, Spinach, and Vitamins face wash. And then for skincare products, after I wash my face, I use the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I usually use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is my go-to. However, if my skin's feeling really dry, I will use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This is just a little bit thicker, so sometimes when I feel like I need it, I'll just pop this on instead. And then I'll usually end it with an eye cream. And then I always aquaphor my lips, and that's it. I'm very ready for bed. I feel like this vlog has gone on far too long. I don't even know how much footage I have. I've just been yapping this entire time, I swear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I'm so happy that you're here. I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye, guys.